I recently moved out of my house, and before I left, I found this letter. It was in a garage in an empty fish tank. I was planning on giving it away. I don't know who wrote it, and I don't know what to do. The following is a transcription of the letter. I've decided to write this down, just in case you find it. You might, and you might not. I am satisfied either way. I really wasn't going to contact you at all. I mean, I certainly didn't plan on it, but of course, I also did plan on it. I didn't plan on you leaving. So now I know we have done. Now I know we have done. We don't have much time left together. I thought this might be an appropriate time to say goodbye. I've taken good care of you. I try to stay humble, but I don't think I'm overstating when I say that I've taken excellent care of you. I was I was there for you every step of the way. When you were sick, when you were down, and of all of these days, and of course, all the normal days. Those were the ones when you needed me the most, I think. But I don't even know. I don't even hold it against you. When when you almost found me and called the police, I was hurt, of course, but I tried to let the bygones be bygones. And I suppose that was partially my fault anyways, and I tried to remember to close my win I tried to remember to close the window every time I went in or out of the house. But I'll admit I get sloppy from time to time. I only left it open to let some fresh air in, but forgot to close it before you got home. It was a careless mistake, and you'll note that I'll never repeat it. But calling the police over it was a bit excessive. Don't you think no harm was done? Of course, you never found me, but I still feel it was a breach of trust. Some good did come out of it, though. I decided to avoid leaving the house as much from then on, which gave me more time with you. I'm sorry I didn't mean to talk about it. Like I said, I try to forgive and forget, so I'll just say I'm sorry I scared you and leave it at that. Did you know you had mice in your house? I doubt you did. I know how much you hate rodents, and I know you would have done something had you known they were there. But I got rid of them, so you never even knew. That's the best part. I love it when I can keep the environment controlled and really easy to see what you're like when you're alone. Did you know you left the stove on 3 separate times when you left the house? I did turn it off for you. That's how good of a caretaker I am. And there, there's a way out. You never knew, you never thought to clean the lint trap in your dryer. I do that too. I swear it's like you were trying to burn down your house. But even more than that, I enjoy the normal days. Day-to-day tasks. I give you food when something in your fridge is expired. It's funny. The first time I did this, I thought I thought for sure that you would notice, but you didn't. I started slow, only replacing one or two things that you weren't likely to check, and then subconsciously you began to take for granted that your food was always good. It was a gradual process, but frankly, I was surprised how quickly you adapted. That was one of my favorite parts, watching you grow very dependent without even knowing it. It was it was like that it was like that brought the most joy. It it was like that brought me the most joy. I cleaned your floors, I washed your plate. I watered your plants. Once I even washed your dishes. You always did them in the evening, but one night you forgot, so I did it for you. You didn't notice that either. I took very good care of you. So why didn't I show myself? Why didn't I take credit for my benevolence? Well, it wasn't because I thought you wouldn't be upset. It wasn't that I thought you would be upset that I was living in your house. I thought I thought that did cross my mind when you called the police for me leaving the window open. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep bringing this up, but it was really uncalled for. No, I didn't show myself because I wanted to observe you. I wanted to watch you in a completely detached setting. If you had known I was there, it wouldn't be the same. You and I have a very close relationship. I don't want to ruin it by introducing the messiness of interaction. You you had an aquarium in the living room. You take care of the fish. Well, actually, I take care of the fish. You keep forgetting to feed them. But now let's just pretend you take care of the fish. And what did the fish do in return? They live. Sure, they live very different lives than they would in the wild, but they don't know that. That's what it's like for you and me. I take care of you, and I ask for nothing in return. I just watch. I've learned so much about you in the past. I've learned so much about you in the time that I've been caring for you, and the most obvious traits, all the way down to the smallest details. I know how you act, how you move, how you think. I know where you would look for me in your house and where you wouldn't. It's it's this understanding that made me even better at taking care of you. I learned how to suggest things to you, plan ideas in your mind perfect stubbornly. I noticed when you were lonely. I decided you needed a dog. I knew that you had owned a dog previously. Everything you I knew that every year you got pathetic. You got plastic Christmas trees from the closet barely open, so I put your old dog leash where you would see it in the closet just to help you remember. Of course, it wasn't enough to make you get a dog, but it was an accumulation of things like that. I won't bore you with the details, but it worked, didn't it? I take care of my dog too. Well, I take care of your dog too. I was always there to steer you in the right direction and to make you do what was best for you. I helped you decide what to wear, where to go, who your friends were, and all kinds of things. I took care of you. But of but all good things must come to an end. I know you're going to be moving out soon. It's a bittersweet end to a beautiful relationship, but I know our time is up. I considered moving out with you, but to be honest, I think I've learned everything I needed to know. I think I've learned everything too about you. I hope I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I've almost became bored of you. That's alright. There are so many other things you can know about a person. So goodbye. I'm gonna hide this note somewhere. I know most places you wouldn't find it, but I'm going to try my hardest to find somewhere that I don't know if you'll find it. Like I said, I know you. So seeing whether you find this note and seeing how you react, wouldn't it be one last surprise? I hope you can learn how to take care of yourself without me. And thank you for all the good times we've had. With love, your caretaker.